Yamamu nyina adwuma makwa ba de ba UTV so braso se nwume akankase bo outdoor yensa kan ya boabo no no yade ba beso mo ba bibiara mo bia na yade asada ema this with chocolate drink Ghana koko ne yade aye ede aya no wanom bi your best point savings and loans and the best assurance and no in special ice natural mineral water and special drinks outdoor no eboye chidom and some ne de mo akote no ebi enie
Mampanyi na nadodan kwa Kufuado apa committee bi ho entoma se de be ya ombetimi ahye ex gratia ho ense
Edom kuma akasa ade atodwa se dane sebo se dan a amrado da Bank of Ghana no ombemeye yinedi
na edom kuma na mu esan ade atodwa se eye dan a Bank of Ghana eka omaburagu honom no man Ghana yenya ene e ba betua
COP Mensa akasa ade atodwa se omai post sahini hosi adwumakuo no wama animonyam no abofam ogu no eno nti na okasa aye no
sene Ghana ya memuo esi kwa yesi kasem ho totoye kono Ghana de hye akire omadwen ade afa ho
the South Mercy Kupon Assembly no ekwan no nye entiapemfo beye mieru na busumi omahwero mo nkwa okwan ne so
we ni nsem bi eka ho na nwumre ye de ba besom se no nsia bremu ekasebo abana bayi nya no ene mutin nene
akua ejiwa akodi
afi ye be hye yensem no ase na mampanyi na nadodan kwa Kufuado abomodia apa committee bi ho entoma committee no nipa ewom eye enum na adwuma wode ahye omunsa ene se eye ex gratia ho nsensem a adehye bi ekasa hu hia se opanyi bi esom oman ni wie a ye pesika bi di gya ne kwan no ena wode ekuo yi aba na se committee ya ba se ehun nsem ni nyina no omunhye na omunka ena afin so wo kasa na wo kire mu se wonim se adwuma na ode ama omo no adwuma na eden pa na so omugidi.
The terms of reference of the committee are twofold. One, to make recommendations in respect of emoluments and other privileges for Article 71 office holders, as specified under the Constitution. And two, to examine any other relevant matter which the committee deems appropriate to its work. It appears that every president is bound to establish such a committee. I think it may be worth our while to examine the practice of other jurisdictions, for example, the American one, where the principles are established and automatically adjusted according to certain objective criteria. This may well be an issue for further constitutional debate and decision. Meanwhile, it is important to bring to the table the work of previous committees, namely those led by Miranda Greenstreet, Mary Chinwe Hesse, Ishmael Yamson, Marian Irama Ade, Francisca Edu Buando, and Ya Ntiamwa Bwedu, in the conduct of your work, to be able to establish some consistencies.
The committee promises to examine all previous emoluments committee reports and any other documents related to the subject, including all the previous reports from Greenstreet, Chinwe Hesse, Ishmael Yamson, Irama Adi, Edubuando, and Professor Ya Ntiamwa Bwedu reports, as well as any other relevant documents in the Presidency, Office of Parliament, Ministry of Finance, Controller and Accountant General's Department, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, among others. Your Excellency, as a retired Article 71 office holder myself, I'm keenly aware of the significance of this committee. I'm also aware of the sometimes very heated debates in our national conversations over the years on this matter. It is my hope that the committee will get valuable insights, views, inputs, and support from all stakeholders to enable us to deliver a comprehensive and timely report to His Excellency for your consideration and approval.
Boko Central Mashimejani eye onwanyafo Mama Yariga na wode atodwa achirem se posifo ensmo mode beto omani mu se Yachira nkomoye ede etie amrado meche governor da Bank of Ghana na bedi echire anono a ye mmom kwanfiri se betoto mana so ndwene ya asem bia enhie biara enyinemu eye boapayo ene free posifo no nche pese so mo kwan na dwumadi eso mudi ma Ghana fo hu se niema bi enkoye no yatoto na sene so eda ne sebo se danya sa ye kire ne de ebeba so ombeye ede etie governor no.
We have been told that the mechanisms that we are seeking to use to protest, which is to march and occupy the central bank, which is really to picket around the central bank, we will not even be allowed that basic freedom. The police have run to court and they are seeking to injunct us. But what I find very tragic is not even what the central bank governor has done, but what the police is given as a reason why we cannot even exercise the basic right to protest, that they are afraid of a military coup in this country. That is for me more tragic than all that the governor has done. I can forgive him. But to have the Ghana Police Service tell us today that we cannot protest against what the central bank governor has done because they are afraid that there will be a military coup in Ghana is very, very tragic. It just tells us how low President Akufo-Addo and his vice Bawumia and his group, including people like Addison, have brought us. This Ghana that was touted as one of the most stable democracies, today our police service can tell us that we cannot demonstrate because they are afraid there will be a coup in this country. That is what I find even more tragic. But we will march. If the coup will happen, it will happen, but we will march. I have said it time and again that the real reason why we are marching is to prevent the coup. That's the real reason why we are going to march. Because it is when you and I fail to offer leadership and challenge corruption, abuse, malfeasance in public office, it is when we fail that the soldiers will decide to fill the space. And that is why, whatever the police will do, we will march to send a signal to the soldiers that they can rely on us to fix the system.
Na Arise Ghana Forum Jumedi Kroya say na edom kumanubano deni Dr. Atoforsen kasa no wuche mu say eka Bank of Ghana for abregu honum $60 billion no ebedi be mfie drunu eni eche 20 years and above ansa na kano metimi aso ano amomegina mu naso biem na wokasa na no wuche mu say Ghana for we say ye dadwen ye pa esansa sa kano yenya eni betu esansa Bank of Ghana so ombetimi asan gina mu naso biem a sika no behia amano aso masene.
Considering the average profit made by the Bank of Ghana since 2012, which is about 1.5 billion Ghana cedis, and assuming that all this profit will be retained going forward, in this case, they will not even build a head office. Assuming that they won't build head office, they won't travel, they will cut down all on their losses. And then they will make profit of 1.5 billion on average, since that is the case in the last since 2012. It would take more than 20 years for the government of Ghana's central bank, in this case Bank of Ghana, to move to a positive equity. 20 years. This means that the fate of the Bank of Ghana hangs solely in the ability of a government that is in itself insolvent or bankrupt to recapitalize it. It will only take the people of Ghana to recapitalize it. Ladies and gentlemen, from the minorities' analysis of this mess, there are only 3 options to get the Bank of Ghana out of this self-inflicted predicament. Only 3 options. Option 1, introduce a tax to recapitalize the Bank of Ghana, maybe Bank of Ghana recapitalization levy, as signaled in the IMF document. As signaled in the IMF document, because they are hiding something that's what they may have to do. Or, number 2, divert proceeds of an existing tax to recapitalize the Bank of Ghana, and therefore forgo critical government expenditure in education, health, and roads. So, opportunity cost. We either take all our tax revenues to give to the central bank to recapitalize it, and then we will not get roads, we will not get hospitals, and our education will be in tatters. That's another option. Then option 3, this government, which has borrowed more than all government combined in the history of the Fourth Republic, in fact, in the history of Ghana, may have to borrow another $6 billion. Already we've borrowed, we can't pay. And now nobody wants to lend us money. To fill this crater at the Bank of Ghana, we have to borrow to fill it. And if we are to go and borrow to get the central bank solvent, in the end, it's the taxpayer who will have to service that debt. And that is why I'm saying, ultimately, the burden is on you and I, the taxpayer, to fix it, to recapitalize the central bank. And that is why you should be worried.
Audio bi ebeto montene so mekire ene ayatwe edi egu cassette so na enkrofo chirichirimu anom se eye obru bugli na abu akane na woye NPP amayeku no omudwomtirani ewo mantifimantemu ni posifo bi eno motena se abopo ahwese IGP betu na de sufrise omo se yempamo no na 2024 wanhwe no wamwa ama NPP eni enkunim na aban apawo abidwakuo so omontena se yenhwemu emfamfa onya aban pomrashimedwa no ene pawo abidwakuo no na panyina wono na hwe posifo totoye awodo so meche director of operations ewo Ghana Police Service COP George Alex Mensah ababe kasa de atudwa achechirimu ese asem no kura yento sebi wo kan de prenye prefa se eba mismanagement pa IGP wodi musa hene papa wo police adwumako ni mu a won tutu niema yi wa ma police adwumako na ni munyam ane ni de kitano na abafom waso de afro bi wo police adwumako ni mu wachire na bisa no ebuo ni mu bi mfariye ni mu bi obi akasa chomo ne wo pe ni nyina da no eye police sahene wono na eye saade no ogu police adwumako no eno entia.
That the current Inspector General of Police is not managing the police service well. It's something I will not run away from. I will say it everywhere, anywhere that I go. And you can do your own investigations, call police officers underground and find out from them.
Commissioner, calm down. Calm down. Can you assist this committee? You see, within the context of your statement, it had to do with elections. So let's do some quick analysis of his conduct relative to elections. Has he evinced some level of unprofessionalism when it comes to the policing of elections, to the best of your knowledge? Because you spoke within the context of the conduct of elections.
Honorable Chair, my concern was and is that as we speak, majority of police officers are not happy. And if these same people are those who are going to police the elections, and remember, police officers, they vote. Their wives vote. Their children vote. Their mothers and fathers vote. That is my concern.
Yetwa asemkroya so na bra COP George Alex Mensah ekopio committee nanim ewo mrahye bedwafi wo kasa na wo kyeremu se leak tape ya ba abonten a ne niwo mu yi editing bi akoso ensem ne yi bi afrim de bi aka ho enu nti abra committee ne frɛ no mo so mo fa no ho anu yimra no wo kire ma wo hu sɛ ne osin ka no esan sɛ mo bɔ tape ne ma ne tie ye wo sɛ editing bebre akoso a ensem no o mayi bi afrim edi bi aka ho na wo se no kre sɛ one bugri na bu ekonhyiemu wo ne na hia be empre nan amomedi nkomo bebre nanso enkomo no omudi ye no omo anka da sɛ post san hene IGP omo betu na de so sɛ de be ya afin pinu ni aduonu na abato no Oma NPP eni enkugo wasesa nkomo no ankoso enu nti audio no de editing bi akoso wom.
Mensa, are you imputing that somebody has doctored your voice?
Exactly, Honorable Chair.
Have you heard that Chief Bugri Nabu has said on oath before this committee that he taped the conversation?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
And do you know that he made a positive judicial confession before this committee that was having a conversation with you?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
When did the conversation take place? Can you tell the committee?
Honorable Chair, I don't know when it took place. I heard it in the media.
You know, this tape has a logical flow of people talking. This one says this, and this other says that. This person provokes this statement, and there's a response. Is that not the case?
Honorable Chair, that is what I heard today.
Let me ask you again. Are you saying, Commissioner of Police, that this is an improvised tape trying to bring you into a conversation that you were never involved?
Honorable Chair, what I'm saying is that this tape that was played today, to me, is an edited tape.
Yejina we say so ahome abaya ba kase bo ye beto aso adaro man ko bebia. Yama ho ye ho akwa ba ye to akasebo no eso wonsawom aduagiri ewo apuye mantemu ne beto odwakire musa hinsem binti namso amatututo akoso wiache nipa mienu ahwero nkwa ena nipa beye enum 5 aprepra enti enamso amaputupru mu mpenifo ekoye meeting eno eye regional security council no mu wie ye no ena ru Seth Kwame Echampon oye apuye mantemu so afo akasade asudwa said esi ye no ni kwanse bisi bi nkrose so mo de mraba wa wonim a musuo bebo ebehu se apodie bi kitawo no ade ni ani no mo de beyo
ya de yen nim de ene nsemo a ebe to yenim ya hwere akra mienu nipa num epra a yedi bia ba yekofodua ayaresa bia hase ne mepese omam ba bia beti ne ho ase ne se ye wa mrakuni ni wo manyimu a efiri mrakuni ni ma be yedi ye adwuma yesrese obi biara opese obodwa biara anase oyiye oyekire biara efa omanfo ho no yewo na mamre ho ele amane yesa wonfa so na uyo se umasa amane na efiri wonsem no wanhwe so yi a woni aban enya wonya aban amane protocol of one friend a special event etinti mra obi ate ase etoso bio yewo mre wo man mu a se opeso okura eye akode se tuo a ye hihye ho a odi be mfa nipam anase odi be kire no ye omra ewo se odi so ubibiara opese otu sa damo ni biara no se onim se omfa amra kwan so na yehu sa ne man wo ho a uti amra ye be kire ne mom de hia ye ne se eye mansini eye nsanwoma do agiri mansini mo de efiri sa abre ko no biara be hu se okura tu se wo nwoma so huni nwoma wo ho se bibia nkire se okura ye be kire ntu bia okura tu bia hwe ho ye ye mpese obi be fa mamra nde hye ne nsem no ayo ye se ono no ya agyeman nye sa ne pe no mantam we mu to bibia wo mantam bibia no ye bo kokose de asie no eye awudisem etia oman yimra enti ye hwe no awudisem anamonso ye nkohwe kwasienim obenten anase hwan ene ekopene ni mahwe de hia ne se ye be masumdwi abaman ne mu na perepere yo edihene ewo ye man yemu.
Right to Information Commission for Ediaba Omuche Muse Omode Bosome Bako ba besi honom no ma yedede ayenkyerɛkyerɛ afa Right to Information mra ho said the be ade hyi nyina ebeti ase.
Of the Right to Information Month 2023 is to sustain the awareness creation that the Commission has embarked upon and improve the deliberative platforms provided for the implementation of the law to be the best practices that has helped some pioneers of the RTI law to be successful in their jurisdictions. The RTI month celebration has been set in motion with radio and television interviews, as well as a religious, that's church and mosque sensitization drive to educate the public. So the activities for the month would include the church and mosque engagements, which is in progress and will run through the whole of September. And then we have a stakeholders engagement on Thursday, the 14th of September 2023 at 9 a.m. at the British Council. And then there's a health walk and games. That's Saturday, 16th September 2023. And we'll walk from our premises here, the Right to Information Commission, to the Odadie Alumni and Membership Center, Presec Legon. Then we have a quiz on GTV or GBC on the 24th of September at 10 a.m. And finally, on the 28th of September, there will be a public lecture at 8 a.m. The venue for that lecture will be communicated to us in due course. The celebration affords the Commission an opportunity to interact and engage with all stakeholders. Section 45 of the Right to Information Act 2019, Act 989, mandates the Commission to promote and sustain awareness within the country and to collaborate with other state institutions to educate the public. Collaboration with other institutions, civil society organizations, and the media fraternity strengthen access to information and facilitate meaningful public participation in decision-making processes.
Aban ade e-levy ebaye senke emra meso ya sini nye sika ne mfa nye mpuntu dwuma nanso ene no asa niema bi atete akam ka credit card wode baye no na yehamu nchemu baako ene achiripo hunu enum 1.05% na yeka ho asem wa ekom ya ena aban se akom no yegunu akti ehire akosono wate into ate so de abohamu nchemu baako eye 1% na eno ena kane so afo hwe sikasam so Dr. Kwabenodufo de ato NPP aban anim se e-levy no a wode ebaye no fidie kodie nti ogina so de baye no se entimi enye adwuma wonyi mfiri wakora na Ghana fo yasum anwiyen eno ache ne Ghana fo bi de ato aban anim se e-levy sika no wonya firi no mebu nkonta na ehu ba bia yenya ene ba bia kwa koduro ne yetue yetimi atue gya so yetimi agyae
se o ji sika firi obi ho na de o di firi no ho no o account kire na no hu sika de wonya na de wo de ya ema next time bia wo be pe bia agya o de ahokeka sai de etua enti ehu hia se ba bia ya duri omo ba no omo de nchechire mu bre enti de si ba bia de omo nya so no omo fa nchechire mu nya de emre de ehu se so far ada se ekoye ana se nkoyi because tax de ehu hia se etua o omo ba pe so etua tax then e de be development but se etua tax no so na ehu ade bia se transparent ani pa no wo tua nya ne ya
traffic light ya si nyina kwa nyina sei ivi kwalebu na omojita omde yeden ade anom de ye asa beti kwa mo san de tax beto so na na to mugu ni yeden
le ka men kwa nko mu ntwemu na mpenifo meka bi minche se bia ska na omo gina na tax e-levy na to so bia tax na to so no ehu se bia eboa oman no nto mutimi ba out beka bi kire ya no mo mbe den ebeboa ye
e-levy na ye dwe ho ayente ase efi se emboa ye emboya mamoni kwa fi se nyina ye Ghana fo sabi mpredu asanse wo ye panyin na se wotifie na se like niema bi koso na enye ye wo se wo de wadwen to yi kakra eboa ye nyina ye Ghana fo sika na o manya nde hia ye Ghana fo no ya ankasa na mu hunu se wa ahokyeremu pa ye ko ye omu
kwala gumi so aso e-levy yatim de bia enti ase aban no meka bibi nkyere